Monday, which is Infosys, and Q2 is seasonally a strong quarter, so there are high expectations this time from the entire pack. Sandeep Mutangi, the IT analyst at IIFL Institutional Equities, joins us to tell us his expectations from Infy this time around. Sandeep, last quarter was a really good quarter for Infy. It surpassed expectations, and it surpassed its peers like TCS as well. This quarter, considering that Q2 is seasonally strong, what are the expectations, and do you think once again it could outdo its peers?
Yeah, hey, as you've said, Q2 is seasonally strong for most of the players in the sector, and Infy had a great 1Q, and the commentary running into 2Q has been pretty strong. In fact, they've been giving very, very positive commentary about their key verticals, which is manufacturing, retail, BFS. So I expect Q2 to be very strong, and I expect Infy's growth to be the strongest in 2Q, and by strongest I mean about 4.5% constant currency growth in revenues over the quarter.
Okay, what's your rupee revenue or dollar revenue growth number as well as your margin number, EBIT?
Yeah, let me give you some color on that actually. See, what's the other important question also is to see what's driving this good growth at Infy, because for a while there has been a school of thought that Infy doesn't have the exposure to the faster growing services like infrastructure services and so on. But last quarter was Infy grew against all odds, to summarize that, and that was because the client mining at the top accounts working really well, and some of these so-called legacy businesses or businesses that were not growing well, like ERP for instance, they had a great quarter. So, and if you kind of really dig deep into it, some of it could be attributed to the renewal they've done around some of their older services by investing more in the tech-focused stuff. So that should be driving growth. And when you talk about numbers, I believe the reported dollar growth will be 4%. And the way we are calculating it is they have exposure to Australia, they have some exposure to India, and these currencies have broadly depreciated against the dollar.
That's true.
So the constant currency headwinds, the cross-currency headwinds are about 50-60 bips. So 4.5% constant currency would translate into a 4% dollar growth number.
A lot of the re-rating in Infosys has already taken place post the Q1 numbers, so we've seen a significant amount of bump up in the stock. I mean, it's up 16% year to date, while the IT index is not even up 5%. If we do see another cracker performance this quarter, how much more of an upside would you expect?
You're very right pointing that Infy has been a terrific performer this year, and again re-rating has been a part of the reason. There have also been earnings upgrades after last quarter, but it's important to consider that Infosys still trades at a bit of a discount to TCS and even some of the sector bellwethers like Cognizant and the MNC firms. So if one believes in the turnaround to be credible and to be long term, then there is still re-rating left. So the difference in valuation between TCS and Infosys is still about 10%. If the performance of Infosys catches up to that of TCS, that difference should narrow.
Okay. What about guidance? Would you expect anything different?
I think they'll maintain their dollar revenue guidance, which is about 7.2 to 9.2% for the rest of the year. See, this is how I look at the guidance. That let's say they do 4.5% constant currency growth this quarter, then there is a certain implied CQGR for the remainder of the year. Last year they did about 1% for third quarter and fourth quarter average. Now this year at 7.2 to 9.2 range, the implied numbers are 0.5% to 3%. That's not too tough.
All right.
Okay.
Anything else you would look at as material, say hiring or firing for that matter, by which I mean attrition rate, not really firing. Any of the other qualitative parameters that you would look at?
The big thing, the single most important factor I would look at this quarter is pricing.
Oh.
And that because Infosys pricing, if you look at it, realizations, the way they define it, offshore realizations are down 10% YOY. On-site realizations are also down about 4 to 5% YOY. And Cognizant has made a statement during the quarter that pricing pressure is intensifying and some offshore vendors are causing that. Accenture has also made some negative statements around pricing. So that's the single biggest factor to watch out for. Could be due to a variety of reasons why there is pricing pressure and may not mean much for the margins, but That's the single most important factor to watch out for during the quarter.
So you don't see any impact on margins at all? I mean, what is the expectation for margins this time? We are factoring in about 25%, but if, the pricing pressure does kick in, then how much could the margins drop to?
Yeah, so margin analysis has become more complicated, and pricing is no longer a single point, or pricing no longer has a linear impact on the margins, because sometimes these are large fixed price projects and the tool utilization increases, so even if the realizations fall, you may still make out okay margins on these projects. But for the quarter per se, I expect margins to increase for almost all the vendors, except vendors which have one-off issues or which have salary hikes. Infosys particularly, I expect the margins to increase by about 100 bips during the quarter.
Okay, so finally, before we let you go, what's your hierarchy of stocks in the IT space?
Yeah, so my preference has always been for stocks which offer growth at reasonable valuation. So I still prefer HCL Tech and Tech Mahindra. I also have turned positive on the sector recently, so I have add ratings on Infosys, TCS and Wipro.
Anything in the mid-cap IT space that you like?
Yeah, I've been positive on Cyient and Mindtree for quite a while now. So these are my two topics in the mid-cap space.
All right. Sandeep, thank you very much for joining us and enriching our ability to tackle the Infosys numbers when they come. And that's not even 24 hours from now. I think in 23 hours from now, we will get the Infosys numbers.